am Amy Cashwell, proud superintendent of Henrico County Public Schools, and we are so thrilled to have you join us as we break ground on the world's first public K-12 school to earn the Living Building Challenge certification. Yes, I said first in the world. I am delighted to be joined by school board members Alicia Atkins from the Varina District, Christy Kinsella from the Brooklyn District, and Ryan Young from the Fairfield District. School Board Chair Marcy Shea and Vice Chair Madison Irving were not able to join us but send their regrets. This momentous day is all the more special because we are breaking ground with our incredible partners from the Board of Supervisors, including Mr. Cooper, Mr. Rogish, Mr. Nelson, Ms. Roundtree, and of course, our County Manager, John Vitolkis. The Living Building at Wilton Farm is a source of pride for all of us. The Living Building Challenge is the highest standard for sustainable design. To earn this distinction, a building must give back more than it takes, protecting the local ecosystem, generating its own energy, and creating an environment that revitalizes itself. The Living Building at Wilton Farm will do all of that and more. Soon, the beautiful and rough terrain around us will be home to an extraordinary learning space for students in the Center for Environmental Studies and Sustainability, and for HCPS students across the county, and for the larger Henrico community. Here, students will have hands-on experiences that may inspire future careers in environmental science and sustainability. Situated among the trees along the James River, the building itself will be a living laboratory. Solar panels will produce all the energy the building needs, and students will track how that energy is used. Rainwater will be captured to supply and purified on site to supply drinking water, allowing students to learn firsthand how to manage water quality. To create a learning space like this takes vision, it takes creativity, and a willingness to stretch our minds beyond what we've seen and what we know is possible. And I want to acknowledge and thank the designers and construction team who are leading this one-of-a-kind project. Jason McLennan, Perkins and Will McLennan Studios, Laura Gwynn, Perkins and Will, and from SB Ballard Construction, Stephen Ballard, Jason Armstrong, and Lloyd Thomas. Thank you for your phenomenal work. More than any project in our school division's history, the Living Building reflects our deep commitment to sustainability and to innovation. When complete, it will literally offer new pathways to learning and discovery for students and the entire community. The vision for the Living Building at Wilton Farm became a reality because of strong partnerships. The 2022 bond referendum is providing critical funding, and the Henrico School Board, the Board of Supervisors, and our county manager have all embraced this very bold idea from the very beginning. And I want to give special thanks to Mr. Tyrone Nelson and Mr. John Vitolkis. When the school board and I first explored this unique concept of a living building, they immediately recognized the potential of Varina and Wilton Farm as the perfect home for it. As you know, the county purchased the 1,200-acre Wilton Farm property, which includes historically significant resources. With Mr. Nelson's support and advocacy, approximately 62 acres of that land are now dedicated to this remarkable project. Together, we are writing a new chapter in Henrico's history. Mr. Nelson and Mr. Vitolkis, would you please join me? We truly would not be here without your partnership. Thank you so much for your vision and your support in this land. Thank you so very much. A big round of applause. Beautiful partnership. Thank you so much. Thank you. And it is now my pleasure to introduce Alicia Atkins, who is an environmental activist in her own right. In fact, she presented a TED Talk about the living building at Wilton Farm earlier this year. She is passionate and she is a champion for all students, but especially those in Varina, Sandston, and Highland Springs. Please welcome school board member Mrs. Alicia Atkins.
Good afternoon. Today, we break ground on a vision, not born from one mind, but from many. An amalgam of countless visions converging into a singular living landscape. Many hands, many hearts, many prayers emerging and taking root beneath our feet. Land rich with stories. Nature has been both a witness and a teacher. She saw ancient trees fall and grow, eagle soars, rivers shift, and enslaved humans endure unimaginable pain. Here at Wilton Farm in Henrico County, the world's first public school certified under the Living Building Challenge will rise. On 62 acres, it will be self-sustaining, efficient, and symbiotic, guided by the principles of health, energy, materials, place, water, equity, and beauty. It's shaping an environment that brings people and environment and connecting them as one. This building represents possibility and it represents promise. Students will learn. They will explore the wetlands here. You can hear the birds as you sit in the chairs. Students will plant forests, and even the floors will have stories as we salvage wood from other areas, weaving the past into the present, ensuring that the future remembers where it all began. What's happening is that students will be able to prepare for careers that may save this planet and in turn save us. To our community, this is a gift. It's a model of sustainability, a beacon of innovation, a template for what schools can become. Please hear me when I say, this land, once a tobacco plantation, today, with shovels in the ground, it is reborn into something so new, so hopeful. It is the future. To Superintendent Dr. Cashwell, the leadership team and staff, my school board colleagues, the ones sitting here today, the ones whose spirit is with us today, to the Board of Supervisors, to County Manager Vitokas, thank you for your courage to turn so many ideas and so many visions and allowed it to come together as one. Perhaps the next time we gather here, we will be breathing right alongside that building. And at this time, I'd like to welcome County Manager Vitokas to the podium.
Thank you, Ms. Atkins. Good afternoon, everyone. So this really is a phenomenal day. You know, I think back to 2019. We gathered not far. We were actually at the house up the road to announce our county's acquisition of this historic property. On that occasion, I noted that the purchase of these 1,200 acres at Wilton Farm would stand as one of the most significant undertakings in my tenure as county manager with Henrico County. You know, those feelings have not changed. I mean, what we did back in 2019 started with a conversation with Mr. Nelson. And ultimately, here's where we are. If anything, I am more excited about the great things that are happening here. Today's groundbreaking for the environmental living building is just the start. This project is truly generational. Our residents recognized that in 2022 when they voted overwhelmingly to approve the bonds that are funding this building. As a county and as a community, we accept the responsibility to be conscious stewards of the land. We do that while also seizing the opportunity to contribute positively and leave a legacy for future generations. You know, today we're breaking ground on a building that will not only enhance the education of our youth for generations, but also promote environmental sustainability. This structure will be an example for the state, the nation, and beyond that we can leave a lasting positive impact for those who follow us. You know, here I do have to pause and really recognize the fact that, you know, it was our superintendent who took us to a facility in Tidewater and showed us a much smaller building. It was prior to 2019. And Mr. Nelson's conversation about what if this property isn't developed, because you have to understand there were over 2,300 homes that were going to be located on this historic property, already zoned. And so I would suggest to you that as we go forward and as this building is constructed, that, you know, this place be forever known as the house that Nelson and Cashwell built. Because it was both of you all coming together, and then the rest of you all that are going to do such remarkable work, and for the students an everlasting building experience that no one else in the United States will experience. So thank you all, Dr. Cashwell, Dr. Nelson, members of the school board, members of the board. Mr. Schmidt sent his apologies. He is actually parking cars at the state fair and could not get away. So without further ado, Mr. Tyrone Nelson.
Good afternoon. Yeah, I was sitting there, I was reminiscing. The first time I was on this property, the county manager brought me out here, and this is actually like a road now. I mean, we were out here on like a dirt path, and right behind those trees is a huge lake, and we were going right down that road and couldn't go too much further. He wanted to keep pushing it, and you want to go? And I was like, no, I'm good. I take your word. Take your word. There's a lake on the other side of those trees. So this is really an exciting day. Manager shared some of the things that I want to share, but I do want to recognize again my colleagues who are here. We try to be supportive of each other as much as we can, so I appreciate y'all taking time to come out today. Our vice chair, Supervisor Cooper, 3-Chop Rep, Supervisor Roundtree, and Tuckahoe Rep, Supervisor Rogish, and I did talk to Supervisor Smith, who sends his regards as well. So it's already been shared. We are breaking ground on the first K through 12 living building in the world, and we're bridging the historic past of this property with the experiential learning of the present, helping the next generation to learn, achieve, and to reach their potential. Our community will be stronger because of this innovative project. Varina is truly blessed with natural landscapes, open spaces. This is just one of the large undeveloped areas in Varina. There are several of them, at least 3 of them over 1,000 acres the county owns. Young people who understand the importance of sustainability because of this project will be able to learn about wetlands, farmlands, ecosystems, and natural resources. Probably about 8 years ago, I started mentioning that is there a possibility of us having a second specialty center at Varina. We were, the attendance at the school was decreasing, and I remember before I was elected, Varina High School was almost at capacity, and we had trailers not because of work, but because we were full at the school. Every year, though, the numbers decrease for several reasons. We got some really cool specialty centers at all of our high schools, and so our young people get to choose where they want to go if they can get into the program. But continuing to ask, is there a way that we can get something else? And I shared that with our former school board member, Mr. John Montgomery, with our current school board member, Ms. Atkins, and I'm glad that we are here today with a special program that will focus primarily on being housed here and doing incredible work with our students here. Mr. Vitorka's already said it, but I do want to say again, Dr. Cashwell's vision after working on a similar project in Virginia Beach makes her a natural advocate for it. And so again, we thank you for your vision to bring this really truly one-of-a-kind educational building to this property and to our county, exposing us. First of all, there's a Brock Center, right? On Virginia Beach, a part of Virginia Beach that I hadn't seen before, so that was pretty cool. But the building itself was not something that I couldn't see it here, and so I'm glad that you brought that to us. In addition to partnering with our schools, Henrico has a strong bond with his residents, as the manager said. It is because of our residents that we have the capital project dollars to make an investment in our young people. I'm grateful for my colleagues on the Board of Supervisors currently. Also grateful for those who were a part of the decision for purchasing the property in 2019, Mr. Frank Thornton, Ms. Pet O'Bannon, and Mr. Tommy Brandon. This property, as the manager stated, was zoned actually for, I think, 2,700 homes, residential units, condominiums, apartments, single-family homes. The traffic up and down Osborne would have increased, and this would have been a whole different looking part of our district. Instead, we chose to preserve acres of land after having conversations about data centers and casinos and all of that on this site. One day we said, why don't we just buy it? It's the only way we know we can protect it. And so we were able to preserve acres of land, lakes, wetlands, along this beautiful stretch of the James River. We are excited about this project. We look forward to the future. Thankful that we have a vision for a thoughtful use of this property. This living building will demonstrate innovation and harmony with nature. I know that my colleague on the school board in Varina District, Ms. Atkins, has a heart for the environment, and so I know that she is going to make sure that we are heading in the right direction. Incredible school board that we have, Mr. Young, Ms. Kinsella, thank y'all for being here today. We trust y'all. We know you're going to do your thing with this property. We're looking forward to it. All right. I now will turn the mic back over to Dr. Cashwell, who I believe is going to lead us toward the shovels.
All right. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you again, Mr. Nelson, and what a great example of the Henrico Way, an incredible partnership between both boards. And if now I would have our board members and the county manager join me for putting shovels in the ground.